And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is Melvin Gordon, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On third down, that's Gordon. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on third and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Time running out here on the play clock. They go again with Oliver. And he'll go down at the 28. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Gordon on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They run it here with Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now a handoff. This is Gordon, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. A toss play. Gordon. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hayes Pollard in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Bortles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Hurry up! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Fourth down, Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Bortles to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing now is Bortles. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Bortles escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said he'll...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. to shake off the interception from the last drive, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll roll him out right. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll give him 8 on the play. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Myers able to knock it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. This is Gordon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
They're going to give it to Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Taking it right down Broadway. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. Fournette, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. Bortles now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Robinson from 3 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. From the gun, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 78 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good point.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Bortles. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On the counter, here's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing, Rivers. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Bortles out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Play action now. Rivers. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. To throw is Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here's Gordon. Ooh, with a juke. Open space inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
Sports.